Well, Wednesday night was a long night. Sources say it went live at like 11 p.m. They were on until I think past 1. And at one point, I think they were doing a paper, rock, scissors, just trying to buy time, waiting on the announcement from Jaxson Robinson that we did not get until about 12 hours later.
All right, this is nonsense. This isn't going the way I thought it would.
When it was reported by Jeff Borzello that not only would Jaxson Robinson be pulling his name out of the NBA draft, but will be a Kentucky Wildcat. A huge get for the Cats. As Zach Gagan put it on KentuckySportsRadio.com, Mark Pope landed the big fish. And as we like to do with these, we'll send it over to Brandon Ramsey for a further breakdown.
Kentucky finally got their guy in Jaxson Robinson. This is a guy that has spent time in the SEC, and this didn't really work out great as a freshman and a sophomore, but then he developed into a legitimately good starter at BYU as a junior, averaged about 8.4 points per game. I think he made over 60 threes that season. Definitely still thought of much more of it as quote-unquote just a catch-and-shoot threat. Then, going into his senior season, he had a little bit of the same type of jump that Kentucky fans would be familiar with Antonio Reeves. Made over 80 threes last season at about a 35% clip, but that growth as an all-around scorer and how he went from about 8 points per game to 14.2 points per game was his efficiency from two-point range. He went from taking over 2/3 of his shots from three as a junior to taking under 60% of his shots from three as a senior. This obviously meaning he's getting to the rim more often. He became an excellent cutter. He rated in the 92nd percentile per synergy as a cutter this past season. He also was very high percentage at the rim, scoring it on his drives, and then also with taking less threes and attacking the basket more, he got to the free throw line a lot more. He shot about 2 free throws per game last season compared to like almost none as a junior, and he's over 90% from the free throw line. So even if he can just get to the line, 2, 3, 4 times a game, those are almost automatic points for a guy like Jaxson Robinson. When you just look at sort of the analytics of a Coach Pope offense, he fits all of that perfectly because he's a guy that shoots a ton of 3-point shots. Like he is pretty high volume from three. The percent, like we're not going to see percentages like we saw from Reed Shepherd, Rob Dillingham, and Antonio Reeves with Jaxson Robinson. This is a guy that's going to shoot significantly more threes than those guys did. With Robinson, also, I think that just the familiarity and continuity with Coach Pope's offense is valuable. Obviously, there isn't a single player that's played a minute at Kentucky so far, and now Jaxson Robinson's the only player that's ever played a minute for Coach Pope.
Real quick, just a quick question. For those who say we shouldn't be this excited about getting the sixth man from BYU, what do you say to them?
Yeah, I think nobody can appreciate the value of a sixth man probably as much as Kentucky fans, honestly, because heck, I mean, we spent all year talking about how our two best players came off the bench.
Clocking in as a 6'7" guard, Robinson was named the Big 12 Sixth Man of the Year in 2023-24 for BYU after averaging a team-high 14.2 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists in 26.4 minutes per outing. He shot 42.6% from the field, 35.4% from deep, and 90.8% from the free throw line. Mark Pope's first roster is nearly complete. They might add one more player, so for that, check out KS Board, and of course, right here on KSR YouTube. It's a brand new team. It's going to be a brand new team. If you want to know these guys, really know them, know what they're going to be bringing to the table for next season, here you go. We got a playlist. Everybody on the roster, there you go. We got video breakdowns for all of them. So I guess with that, we will see you at the next one. Go Cats.